I'm gonna share a story with you that changed me, and hopefully it'll hit home for you too. I was gonna do a video comparing these two impact guns, but because it's Mother's Day, I'm gonna put them down in order of which one is better. Whatever. So this happened about 8 years ago, and the shop owner had already been in business for about 5 years. But he had really high hopes for the shop, and it just wasn't growing the way he wanted it to. And every time I walked in, you never knew what you were going to get. He was either really happy-go-lucky or really stressed out and didn't want to talk. So one day I go in to collect my check and say hello, and he is especially stressed out. He can barely carry on a conversation. His mind is obviously racing. And he says to me, Val, I have constant migraines. I'm hardly sleeping. And even as I'm writing this check to you right now, I feel like I'm seeing double. He then tells me that he has a doctor's appointment later that week, and then he breaks into this huge epiphany. He says, Val, I've worked way too hard. I've opened business after business, worked 60-hour weeks, and what was it all for? I bet when I go to this doctor's appointment next week, he's gonna tell me I have 3 weeks to live and you're never gonna see me again. So I responded as a friend and I said, go to the doctor, see what he has to say. But on a personal note, I felt that way many a times. Sometimes I want to lock the truck and throw the keys in a ditch. So I grab my check and I leave. So another week goes by and I go to walk in the shop, and guess what? The shop owner wasn't there. And if you knew this guy, he was never not there. So the shop was a trans shop and he had 2 older employees, and one guy came out onto my truck, which they never did. And he said, Val, I got some really bad news. He told me that John went to the doctor last week, got an x-ray on his brain, and it turned out to be stage 4 brain cancer. Sadly, I was never able to see John again. He went straight into treatment and they sold the shop. John's case was particularly aggressive, and I think he only made it a couple months after that, but I use his story as a reminder to myself. Life is short, you guys, and if you're anything like me, you get all bent out of shape over the smallest things. So keep perspective of what really matters in life, and that's love and family. And especially on Mother's Day, go out and make those memories. And if you have your mom in your life, give her a call, give her a hug, tell her you love her, because at the end of the day, love and family is all that really matters. Am I right? See you later, guys.